Hello and welcome back to the Stay Sure Wellbeing YouTube channel. My name is Dr. Dawn Harper and today I'm going to be covering what it means to travel in Europe as a UK citizen now that we are no longer part of the European Union. So before Brexit, any emergency healthcare costs would have been covered by something called an EHIC card. EHIC stands for European Health Insurance Card, and what that meant was if normally you would have your healthcare costs covered by the NHS, then you could travel to European Union countries safe in the knowledge that any medical emergency care costs would have been covered for free. That includes all EEA countries, Switzerland, Iceland, Norway, Liechtenstein, and of course now the UK. Now we have been allowed a transition period up until the end of December, so if you're travelling between now and the 31st of December, do take your EHIC card with you as it will still be valid, and until you return from any trip that began before the 31st of December. But after the 1st of January 2021, for most of us, we will need to make sure that before travel we have adequate medical cover. I say most because some instances will still be covered, and those include, for example, a UK pensioner who was living in the EU before the end of 2020, a UK student who is studying in the EU and was studying before the end of 2020, and that would be then covered until the end of the course. A frontier worker, now that's somebody who lives in one state and works in another, and you would be covered as long as you continue to work in the host nation. And also any EU national who is resident in the UK before the end of 2020. So those instances, those people travelling would still be covered for their emergency medical care after the 1st of January. That means that most of us need to look into making sure we have our own medical insurance before we travel. And of course there are benefits to taking out your own insurance. The EHIC card wouldn't necessarily cover any pre-existing medical conditions, whereas as long as you make sure that you may need to go to a specialist insurance company to make sure that pre-existing conditions are covered. But provided you've declared all those conditions, then they would be covered during your trip, and really important if you've got ongoing medical problems, which may mean that you need medical intervention whilst you're away, that you have those costs covered. Believe me, you can really ramp up some big bills if not. And there are other benefits from taking out your own insurance. Repatriation costs, for example, if you need to come home by a different route or on a different day, or if you need to bring a body back from a holiday, then those costs wouldn't naturally be covered. Make sure they're covered by your medical insurance. And of course, medical insurance will also cover things like theft, loss or damage to your luggage. And also cancellation, really important at the moment that we make sure that we are covered. So if you need to cancel your trip for whatever reason, make sure that your medical insurance covers that, and also whether or not it covers any cancellation due to coronavirus or the pandemic. The other added benefit of medical insurance, of course, is that often there will be access to a 24-hour emergency support line, something that is hugely valuable, particularly if you're in a country where you maybe don't speak the language and you just need to know where best to turn for help. So I hope that's helped you, and I hope that you all enjoy a safe trip, that you're well covered with your insurance and that you come home safely. As always, if there are topics that you'd like me to discuss on this channel, please do message me here, or you can email us anonymously from the website. We'd really like to hear from you and cover the subjects that are relevant for you. But until then, have a great trip, stay safe and stay well.